OK， 啊，继续来升地平线，感觉我们的主线应该剩下最后，剩下最后就是要去打倒那些古代人。不过可能有一些小型事情要被他处理掉。哦，迎接接下来的大战，我们看看我们要什么支线。哇，我手表啊，Q 到不够，不要草不够了，仓库也没有。OK， 原来我去进前发现。之前发现有个地方有个任务，有个支线，这，这个叫做新任务，这些对吗？后面有什么任务？小支线，看这舰长村，这对。哦，是这个的。
You honor us with your presence. She who has found the wings of the Ten.
No need for ceremony, Chaplain.
Very well. May I ask what brings you here?
Just checking up on Arrowhand.
The people here like having one of their own as commander. And Draka's been true to his word. Water rations have flowed steadily in. I'll keep watch here until he appoints a new leader.
Looks like it's in good hands then. I should get going.
May the Ten guide your way.
啊，是有任务是哦。哦，靠，要任务是一样，看，为什么？这马加鲁。
You said something about rewarding me? You don't have to. Regala had to be stopped.
That battle was almost the end of me and my partner Sosek. During the fighting, I was surrounded by rebels just as I saw a machine about to strike him down. Then your bomb fell from the sky and he was saved. We all were.
Oh,
I can't properly repay you for what you did, but I can offer you something.
You really don't need to.
Honor is payment enough for any warrior, I know, but Greenshine will buy more blades.
Okay.
I discovered a cache of it inside a cave on a mountain to the southwest of here, right at the edge of the desert. It's guarded by machines, but if you can fly in and bomb them as you did in the battle, you can claim the Greenshine for yourself.
I might give it a try. Do you want me to bring some back to you?
No, it's for you, all of it. The least I can give you for saving Sosek's life. I only wish I could be there to see you swoop from the sky and claim it.
OK， 有新的矿点，在哪里？收集赫鲁斯电池。对，这样不对，这是惊恐意志呀。哦，也任务对。地图上显示，哦，这样。哦，这个位置啊，那我要去哪里拿赫鲁斯的那个啊？这样有点低 ，OK， 然后过来这样。
Sounds like I'll have to fly up there. And a bomb from a Horus would make dealing with those machines a lot easier.
诶，我比较，这样。 俄鲁斯的电池。外交哎，这样。
There's the Horus. Time to pick up a bomb.
有电池，哎呦！诶，我这样背起来可以，是可以爬起来拿的，是不是？还是要骑着这时候才会出现？让电池落在机器身上。看一下，哇，以公爱来讲。 炸弹，绿矿石东西哇嘞！哦，没搞。
Machines. Must be the spot Morala told me about. This bomb should come in handy.
我在机器身上。
Time to drop that bomb.
发动。
Should make things easier. Gotta finish off those machines and pick up that green shine. 哇，真的这样，超帅！哦，电，赶紧加吗？哎呦喂！哇，这心率！两只河马。我实在用鞭超跑。 啊，弹指什么鬼呀？哎，它需要。口兽。 当个点。 Let's clear the machines. Time to find that green shine.
金对番薯呀，赶快1、2搞，收这些素材。 气比较低了。那我也请得到这个，这样。都是电花火器，不跟电有关。开价。带包都可以。到宝箱。有唱物件。有唱，那边好多东西。诶，要一个迄个，要一个灰金属花。有进奖加不来过哦。啊，我没有办法上来了。
This is gonna be tough.
惊恐易碎啦，不需要你。注意啊！还是喷毒有少。看下个店。看你。地面惨重，掉，看好，我这边。那退兵，看地震反，这是掉。明年，就这样。
the machines I have to deal with.
它的牙齿，啊，这小溪哦，完蛋，有一支喙齿了。哇，是废料，
There's the cache. I just need to get past those
是
vines.
藤蔓，哎，先管别管，你喙齿最重要。多猪猪，
I should pick up that green shine now.
收集。
I'll gather these while I can.
人没，这
It was nice of that Smurf soldier to point me this way. I wasn't looking for thanks, but
玉药晶
take
片
it.，
那个有，不行啊。还有嘛？遮还有啥个？连贯无啊？美味肉，哦，连贯。这宝箱，要不台币？给台动物的。离开了，可以多那个，哇，太远。OK， 那天这类任务嘛结束了。那里好像蛮多支线的，这是它主线的。孤主一子，要回基地。回基地的话，拢总我看一下对较近。刚才传送啊，给侧翻。
Time to get off.
哦，有的物件没可以。之前收集到的一些东西。献祭者寡，哇，就人缺一真的不够啊！拿来抬刮机械来给材料。这个有没有那个什么装饰？有什么呀？像什么？哎，看这个， 工作是这故事。遗迹，这个还有一个，是一个遗物。
I was told you went down beneath the ruins by yourself. Yeah.
You won't get beads wares in Norland.
You know we've talked this much about. It's an act sure are resourceful.
Spear Maiden?
Aloy, this old wordsmith is always happy to see you. Any luck finding more ornaments?
最后一
Here
个
you go.
So, are you feeling festive? Take your pick.
过年的结束还有什么？复活节、情人节啊，这最近适合这
This
个
one。seems good.
I hope Abaddon is ready for this. A lot of hearts flying around. I'd bet shards this one's dedicated to the romantic arts. Oh, and before I forget, help yourself to
箱子
the contents of that chest over there.
箱子，
For our heroine is there to challenge.
给了一支武器，主龟。我当龟主
I'm
龟
not quite sure I live up to
的工
all
作
that, but
You've got strike pieces, I've got the boards.
工作才对啊。这2楼好像不是。工作台，哇，这支武器。就是这只哦，你把它做满。还有谁？标枪。哦，可以直接做了。哇！啊，想看买滑行兽牙孔，这是削裂部首。整机冷机要升级，但升不上去了，还给橘色嘞。这可以升吗？没有，都缺双爪兽。还给橘色比较小，这个主龟，哇！哦，好多哦！牙孔兽、滑行兽，这个也是吗？哦，它已经撒碎土鸡了。这个安跟双，不冲突。无高级啊，分400块啊！我找到没物件。
So the Boom sisters wandered back into camp. I knew sending you out there was a solid bet. And now, they have a new project to set their minds to.
I heard you had something to do with that.
A good shardsman knows how to turn impending disaster into opportunity. And speaking of shards, you here to buy something?
你技术最好啊！冷却液，欠钱，250块小时。动物卖一卖嘛，聊一堆动物。啊， 我
Good fortunes to you.
今嘛
See you later, Abidend.
今嘛给他植入线，来给他主线，今日可能就有钱啊。会的对，会的搞定，这对吧？会的对，会的是的。
Delving and forging do not guarantee success.
咦，会的对，我啥时候不是有家了？这样看。哎，那我们就主线去基地吧，基地，返回基地。我们来给他主线啊。
My fingers feel stiff in this cold.
没有，练习哦。
Hey, Mr. Know-It-All is here. You know, your focus buddy who never smiles. I didn't know what to do with him, so I had him wait in your room.
Got it. Thanks.
那个臭黑人呢？是吗？果然是臭黑人。
Well, Silence. Looks like you finally found a door you could open without me.
I'm glad it's there, actually. It kept me from having to mingle with the company you keep. But enough prattle. I believe you owe me an explanation. Your plans for the Zenith base?
You're right. I do owe you. My spear in your throat for deceiving me again. At the Hades Proving Lab.
I doubt you asked me here for that kind of reckoning.
No. Right now, I need your help. So I'm giving you one final chance.
Final chance.
But if you ever betray me again, I will kill you no matter what.
现在就该杀了他。然后他等背叛不背叛，妈的！
Very well.
那个 Silence 真是几百
Though
几百
we'll。both face a decidedly short future if you can't get us inside that base.
Aloy, your other guest is here. She's, coming to you.
Thanks. Good timing. The
就是
truth
他。
is, I can't actually get us into the base. But she can.
The company you keep is even worse than I thought.
会怕了吧？赛伦斯
Not a fan of surprises, are you? Oh, look. That must be your little invention.
Does the weapon work? Without self-destructing?
Of course it does. I've eliminated the imperfections and greatly improved its design and output.
How can we be sure?
Care for a demonstration?
Enough, both of you. We're in this together, at least for now. Go talk to Erend. Tell him I said to give you rooms of your own. I'll come see you when I get a chance.
看来是聊天聊满了。看，好像背着那个 Fire 块的武器哦。我想该想来盘，我觉得 Fire 块背包呢。
Oh, no. You first.
妈的，那个黑人很鸡白。跟大家聊天吧。
Better get everyone in the control room so Tilda can tell us what she knows about the Zenith base.
都是聊天时间了。
Yeah?
I was thinking we could spar for a bit.
Aloy, you came back with some interesting friends.
Wish I could say we don't need them, but Silence and Tilda are here for a reason. Even Regala.
Yeah. Enemy of my enemy and all that, right?
Right. Doesn't look like any of our guests are making trouble.
Yet. So, Katala tells me you flew. Well, that's new. I've been busting my balls trying to learn to read. You're out there having all the fun.
Don't worry. You'll be getting all the fun you can handle soon. With the Zeniths.
Looking forward to it.
没背，
I guess
俩
Sal's
家伙你
keeping
背。
to himself, as usual.
I was hoping he'd give me an excuse to hammer his sorry ass to the ground.
Please don't.
You telling me you wouldn't want to get just one good hit on that smug face of his?
什么想揍一
After
拳，
everything he's done?
揍10拳都还欠。
Later. Right now, he's got something we need.
揍10拳都还不够。
You, talk to Tilda at all?
I tried. I don't think even a hot forge could melt that ice. And you say she wants to help?
I think so. Well, let's hope.
Hey.
I better get going.
Well, you know where to find me.
Aloy, it appears that we have some interesting new guests. I'm glad to see you're okay, though. I heard you gave the Tanakh something to talk about. I was half expecting you to burst in through the ceiling riding a sunwing.
Sorry to disappoint. Ready to head over to the Zenith base?
Whatever comes, we will endure.
想远峰基地会不会是我们看到那海上的那个
Have
东
you
西？
talked to any of our new
你那些
friends?
蟹兽在不用
Aaron and I
骄傲
tried
不会
speaking
鬼
to Silence, but apparently our tribal prattle is unnecessary.
Charming, isn't he? Thoughts on our new Zenith acquaintance?
I'd say she smells like death, but even death smells of something. She's more like a cold piece of metal, bent on repelling all semblance of life.
She's definitely different.
已经不是华人啊，活了几千年。
I have to go. I trust you to keep things civil around here.
I'll make sure Aaron doesn't punch Silence in the face, if that's what you mean.
Thanks.
大家都想揍黑的，我也想要揍他。
Aloy. You flew? Kotalo told me. And took out Regala's machines? You know what? I don't even know why I'm surprised. I saw we have visitors and a new weapon. Does this mean we're ready to take the fight to the Zeniths?
Almost.
Oh, and I wanted to give you this for helping me get the data on Leviathan. I didn't really know what to give you, so I asked Zoe what you might like.
Thanks, Alva. I'll put it to good use.
在课上，
I suppose you saw that Tilda is here. Our very own Zenith.
I almost went up to her to ask her, well, every question I've ever had about the legacy. Every diviner I know would kill to get 5 minutes with one of the old ones. But now that she's here, all I feel is a vague unease. I don't know if I'm scared of finding out more uncomfortable truths, or just scared of her. Probably both.
You sure you're okay going on this mission? I know things must be happening pretty fast for you.
I've already braved oceans and madmen who thought they were ancestors reborn. Why not a few immortals with lethal drones at their command, too?
Guess the more the merrier. Are you okay?
I was wondering, is it really safe having someone like Regala here? She seems angry. The kind of angry that leads to murdering people in their sleep.
Don't worry. We're going to point that anger in the right direction. The Zeniths.
If you say so.
他敢乱搞就把他搞定。
I hope our new guests have been behaving.
This Silence, he's the one who built the weapon that can take down Zenith shields?
He is. Though I wouldn't expect him to answer any questions about it. He refuses to dole out his secrets to us lesser mortals.
Oh.
You know that special part of us that makes us warm, kind, welcoming?
Our spirit?
Yeah. He was born without that.
他就是一个鸡掰男。
Have you looked through the data we recovered on Leviathan?
There is much to sort through still, but I believe we'll be able to get it operational and turn back the floods. And I've given more thought to everything we've uncovered about the ancestors. The Overseers would have us believe they were infallible paragons. But Pharaoh wasn't. Not even close. His greed led to machines that devoured the world. The archive of the Old One's knowledge destroyed, just to erase his mistakes. So, when we learned that Eileen had a hand in covering up hundreds of deaths, I started to think they were all the same. Selfish, egotistical, cruel. But, in the end, it's not that simple. The truth isn't a straight line of ink on a crisp scroll. It's a splatter, smudged and faded on stained parchment. I wish more Quen could see that, instead of looking the other way, or twisting the truth to serve their own schemes.
I doubt Bohai would agree with you.
No, nor the rest of the Board of Overseers. As Eileen said, it's easier to believe the lie is truth, but it's worth fighting for. And this diviner, at least, won't settle for anything less. For that, I thank you, Aloy.
OK，
I need to wrap up a few things, but stay sharp.
I'll be ready when you call.
这把被来锤上啊！获得守护者，我可以怎么样杀？行。哦，摕到偌多钱，总共一堆钱。哦，摕到2倍钱。现在去哪？现在要集结我的同伴。哎，肯塔鲁哎，肯塔鲁根本叫集结我的同伴。不对，我们准备做这个代志。去找什么？集结同伴被水上，要找谁集结？亚中嘛？看这，第一个。你弄一家吗
Okay, maybe it's time to get everyone together so Tilda can brief us. All right, people. I need you up in the control room right away. Okay, everyone. We all know what's at stake. Beta, Gaia. Not to mention life on Earth. Now, it might seem like the Zeniths are invincible, but they're not. We've got what it takes to break into their base and defeat them. We even have one of them on our side. Tilda, show us the base.
It is constructed atop the ruins of an ancient military
那就是
facility
那
in
个
the
小岛
island to
了
the southwest. I can get us inside. To this location, undetected.
How exactly?
You'll know when you need to. Once inside, our goal will be this structure. The launch tower. Gaia and Beta are being held at the top. But along the way, we will face overwhelming resistance. Most importantly from Gerard, Eric, and the others. But also...
Once I take away their shields, we should be able to deal with them.
但你赛律师，你不要靠
But
背
it
了
will。be easier to deploy the device if someone else is carrying
这
it.
个秋围，感
I'll
觉你
need
要
a
借了
strong。back.
Carry stuff? Yeah, I can do that.
Even if your device works, there will still be Spectre drones.
表白，做在秋南围，
If only we had an army to fight them.
在哭啊！
I've got that under control. You'll know when you need to.
没有中他个实权，我是他是
We'll meet up
矿
again just before we go in. Where's the best place to
你
rendezvous?
这样用龙干暗路的话，看布袋的这种人。
Once there, I'll show you the way.
Okay. I'll let you know when I arrive at the rendezvous point. And then you can join me. In the meantime, do whatever you need to prepare. Understood? You two? A minute? Tilda helped me get in touch with Beta, and she told me something important. There's an installation inside the base. It's called a regulator. Here. Once we're inside, I need you two to split off from everyone else and destroy it. So you'll have to bring explosives. This will help stop the drones. Everything depends on it. Are you with me? After that, I want you to find a way to infiltrate the Zenith network.
How?
Go over all the data that Beta left behind. She knew how to do it, I'm sure of that.
All right. But why? What am I trying to do?
Find information about the Zeniths. Anything Tilda's not telling us. Silence is right about one thing. There's no way we can take her on her word.
I'll do my best.
Keep her safe.
魔鬼藏在细节里。
On my life.
好塔罗，你手爱动啦，干。重要代志时阵都唔到手，做一支手好用的，做伤身。走喽，脚残喽。所有人都会交谈。
Oh no, I got enough trouble with Catalo, always kicking my ass.
Did you need something?
没有干，我看到你就想揍你一拳。我只能弄这个，但是我牙齿又要拿来做装备。你这张建立工作吧，有一点，这样才不会忘记我到底要去啥时候。
Bravo. You managed to sway a Zenith to your side. Care to explain?
Not a chance. I thought you said the weapon was ready.
There's always room to optimize. But that's not why you're here. I assume you want to comprehend my undertakings. So, ask away.
Since when were you so forthcoming?
Since you turned this into a waiting game. And as it seems you have found modest success, perhaps I'm willing to be generous.
Okay, so your big plan, everything you've been manipulating for the last few months. Let me see if I got this straight. You learned about the Zeniths from Hades when you interrogated it. Then you came up with a plan to defeat them by using a Tenakth army and that weapon. And to get the Tenakth to fight for you, or rather the Sons of Prometheus, armed Regala's rebels with override tech.
Did you have an actual question, or are you still playing catch-up?
So all this time, even before I found the coordinates at the Spire, you were out here scheming. Why couldn't you just tell me?
When I learned of the Zenith's return to Earth, I laid out my plans. I knew I would one day require an army of overzealous Tenakth to assault the Zenith base. The casualties would be extreme. And I knew you would never allow such a sacrifice, no matter how necessary. Thus, I devised a means to remove your interference from the equation. At the Hades Proving Lab.
Why create the Sons of Prometheus? You didn't need a Sarah to make override tech.
They were a necessary safeguard. My time serving Hades and the Eclipse demonstrated the risks of getting directly involved.
不直接淌
Through
浑
the
水，
Sons of Prometheus, I could execute my plans.
真正是一个黑帮老大
all
呢。
while remaining
我
anonymous.
帮你刮哦，
Except to Asera. How did you get Asera to work for you?
I knew there was an associate of the Oseram tinker, Durval, who escaped his failed assault on Meridian. It was trivial to track her down and gain her cooperation. She wanted to succeed where Durval had failed.
So you promised her Regala, and the Tenakth. Asera would help you create a machine-riding army, and wanted to see Meridian burn as much as she did.
And so a partnership was born out of thirst for blood, bonded in mutual self-interest.
You think you had everything figured out, huh?
I did.
You wanted me to surrender to the Zenith at the Hades Proving Lab. They almost killed me.
Based on everything I knew about them, I concluded they would find you a useful asset, thereby keeping you out of harm's way and, more importantly, out of my way.
So you really didn't know they had their own clone of Elizabeth?
No. Unfortunately, there was no way I could have known that particular detail.
Detail? Well, I guess if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here today. Tell me about the weapon. How does it work?
I've upgraded the delivery system. It now emits a wave-like effect covering a
层
significant
波动效应。
distance.
That doesn't fully answer my question.
No, but I'd be a fool to reveal its inner workings. After all, why did you withhold your plan for dealing with the Zenith drones? Yes, even you can appreciate the value of secrecy when warranted. Suffice it to say that the weapon will work. The intricacies of how is knowledge that is mine alone.
Okay.
Why help Regala take over? If you wanted an army, you could have just gone to Hikaru.
Before Regala's rebellion, Hikaru was only concerned with battling machines and fostering friendships with the Karja. Even if I gained his ear, he would never agree to send his forces to battle a threat he couldn't understand.
So helping a bloodthirsty exile was easier.
Yes, exceedingly so. All Regala craved was war against the Karja and anyone who threatens the Tenakth. She would have led the tribe into battle without question, which was precisely what I needed.
我真是利用到底。
While I was out there, I had a couple run-ins with the Quen.
The tribe from across the ocean. And?
Their entire tribe was shaped around the discovery of focuses. One of them, Alva, even joined me here. Don't you want to know more about them?
No. They stumbled upon the greatest technological artifact from the ancient world, and what did they do with it? They shrouded the knowledge they unearthed in mysticism and taboo, creating a pantheon out of corporate shills.
Yes, well, it also led them to Thebes.
Did it now?
So those run-ins with the Quen I mentioned. On one of them I teamed up with their expedition to search Thebes. We found Pharaoh at the end.
You must have needed Omega clearance. So, what was it like?
Worse than you can imagine.
He single-handedly wiped out collective human knowledge. I'm sure it was still less than he deserved.
Let me guess. You would have scraped him into a jar so you could prod his brain, like what you did with Hades.
For a start.
Alright, Silence. I think I've talked to you long enough. I'll let you know when it's time
而且
to
偶
go.
然帮我就听。
And try not to mess with Tilda while you're in here, okay? I don't need the two of you butting heads.
Ah, yes. About your Zenith ally. I wonder if you understand what kind of person you're dealing with. For someone to live as long as she has, outlast as many calamities, well, your goals may be aligned now, but I'd watch for the moment they diverge.
Yeah, I'm aware. Reminds me of someone else I know.
写功力吧。
Survival is only a necessity to my greater purpose, Aloy. I'd hoped you'd recognize that by now.
Do you know something or not?
Oh, I know a great deal of things. But on this, just call it a feeling.
Oh, a feeling. You mean you finally had one? Huh. Guess even you can change, Silence.
なんかガチここまで听。
Remember, we need to get Silence weapon to the Zenith base intact if we want to take their shields down.
It's all...
You nervous?
I'd be lying if I said I'm not slightly apprehensive.
The plan will work. if we all focus on our assignments.
Right.
还有，
Once all this is over, will you go back across the ocean?
I don't know. The more I think about it, the more worried I become. If I go back, I don't even know if they'd let me keep this focus you gave me, or what they'd do to me for reading what is clearly forbidden data. Even if I somehow were allowed to carry on my duties as a diviner, would I be willing to let the truths I've learned about the ancestors be buried away by the Board of Overseers? Would I dare challenge them and risk my family's safety? Or losing Federa?
Who's this Federa you mentioned?
She is another diviner. One of our best. We used to be rivals at the academy. I hated her guts. But apparently there's a fine line between hate and love. We became very close, and then I was assigned to the expedition. She promised she'd wait for me, no matter how long it took.
Well, that was smart of her. She won't do any better.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I do. I want you to know I'm glad you're with us, Olva.
Whatever happens, I'm grateful that the legacy brought us together. I never thought I'd get to actually meet an ancestor.
Come on, do I look that old? Katala will protect you inside the Zenith base.
I'm not afraid. I know Katala will fulfill his duty, as will I. If we die doing so, at least it'll be alongside a friend.
I'd rather you both stay alive, if you don't mind.
We'll try and keep that in mind.
The rest of us should be enough of a distraction to the Zeniths for you to hack into their network undetected. But you'll have to be quick, in case they do.
What exactly do you expect me to find, Aloy?
I don't know. The truth, if we're lucky.
他的任务就是要去找资料，
I'll
当
be at the
间谍。
rendezvous point. May truth lead us to victory.
外围应该够有2个人，这2个先卖场，应该够有2个人。
There's Gwen stuff in here now. Must be all of us.
温恩族，这里有一大家共通语言，与大三角相隔那么远，都讲英文。安排人去接受阿波罗资料库的教育。
So, our enemy is immortal.
金叹号3个文件。
Most of my people don't.
I see you've got your new arm ready to go.
Yes. It still feels strange. I've gotten used to the absence, but no matter. I'm sure I will need it before the attack on the Zenith base is through.
真的吗？真的会用到吗？你真的会用吗？
Haven't seen you since the battle at the Grove. How are you holding up?
I saw you fly on the wings of the Ten, and paralyze Regala's army with lightning. I would say that I am inspired.
Thank you, I guess.
It is I who should be thanking you. All that remains is to follow you to the end. Whatever that will be.
We're lucky to have you on our side.
Oh, and by the way, I was hoping now would be a good time to go back to the Tremortusk site and test my new arm, before we leave on our mission.
Right.
啊，你是试过了？
When I can make my way there.
Thank you.
你手没试过啊？
Things will get ugly once the Zeniths realize
任
we're
务
in
都
their
完
base.
成了，你是在哭腰？
Every trick you've ever learned.
I would have it no other way. Many soldiers died in the old world to make sure we stood here today. We will endure on their behalf. Though, I am curious how you intend to defeat the Zenith's defenses without an army of our own.
Leave that to me. Just make sure you're ready to fight.
As you say. You have more than earned my trust.
Think you're ready to put all your training to the test?
I am Tenakth. I am always ready.
Now that training time is over, what's on your mind?
The Bulwark, the Kulrut, and how we need another miracle if we're to survive the Zenith base.
I'll try not to let you down.
I know you will not.
Look, I know you're probably not happy about keeping Regala around, but I want her on our side when we fight the Zeniths.
It is more than she deserves. Even so, I will not question your judgment.
Thank you, Kotallo.
我记得，因诺互迄远峰人拍死我嘛未看出来，嘛是多好尔。
You nervous about the mission ahead?
If I live, it will be in victory. If I die, it will be in battle. What matters most is that you achieve your objective.
I'll do my best. We didn't really get to talk about what happened at Gemini.
There was nothing more to say. If he were Tenakth, Varl's bravery would have earned him sacred burial at the Grove, among the most distinguished of our tribe's warriors. His deeds were worthy of the Ten. When the fight is done, I will have the Inkers etch his memory on my skin, so that it may live on.
I'm sure he'd be honored.
我哋家親咯，佢上嗰個點啊？你覺得會對？
Anything new going on I should know about?
The Quen has been more insistent than usual, asking about the visions at the Grove. Her pursuit of knowledge is relentless. The Ten would have a hard time fighting her off.
Just think of her like one of your chaplains.
Yes, only more persistent.
Did you meet Tilda?
There is something about her that doesn't seem natural. I wouldn't be surprised if my sword went through her and she didn't bleed at all.
Honestly, with her, nothing would surprise me. Your people keep mentioning the wings of the Ten. What exactly does it mean?
The visions tell us that the Ten flew on great metal machines with wings and leapt into battle from the sky. For us, to imitate this feat is the ultimate expression of martial prowess. It is why the challengers leap into battle now.
Oh,
you have done it. Like the deeds of the Ten themselves, it will never be forgotten. So, tell me, how did it feel?
I won't lie. Pretty good.
I can only imagine.
然后去那个小岛嘛，现在那个
I bet people are curious about that new
嘛，现在
island.
做鸟这家伙。
More than our Quen ally, I assure you. She couldn't wait to take it apart and figure out how it works. I gave her the data I used to build the thing, hoping that would satisfy her curiosity instead.
Good luck with that. I'll see you soon then.
It will be my honor.
古老
There you
人。
are.
哇，你把画放在这里了。
Well done, Aloy. Despite my reservations, you managed to secure Silence and his weapon. You're truly a shining example of Liz's fortitude.
Everything you've said about Elizabeth, it sounds like you knew her better than you let on. Who was she to you, exactly?
Perceptive as ever. You're right. We were more than friends for a time.
Okay, so... what happened?
I was an orphan. I had always been alone. By my 30s, I was starting to wonder if that was simply my fate in life. And then I met Liz. We kept running into each other at conferences. We'd have coffee. At some point, it became drinks. I thought it was just shop talk, an exchange of ideas, but then I was surprised at how much I looked forward to seeing her. Soon we were flying halfway across the world every other week just to meet up. For the first time, I didn't feel lonely. I could imagine a future where I wasn't. I think Liz felt the same way at first. She had lost her mother a few years back. I filled a void for her. I know I did. But as time passed, it seemed as though she wanted less when I wanted more. And so we ended things.
So helping me, restoring Elizabeth's dream, it's what,
a second chance, yes. I made a mistake leaving Earth while Liz stayed behind. I should have done more. So when I saw you, a woman who has carved her own remarkable path, beyond even what made Liz a phenomenon, I knew I had to help you. To do right by her.
You said Beta's not in urgent danger. What are the Zeniths doing to her?
Putting her to work. Merging Hephaestus with Gaia. A difficult, time-consuming task, as I'm sure you know. They will compel her if need be. But her life is not in danger. She's the only one who can do it.
Right. Because you people made her to be nothing but a tool.
Gerard's idea, not mine. They always viewed me with suspicion when I attempted any form of kindness towards her. That's why I created the data channel. A virtual place where we could speak in peace.
So this channel you shared with Beta, none of the other Zeniths ever found out about it?
Gerard believes he's the most cunning of all of us. Even after 1,000 years, he still can't imagine that I would outwit him. The channel allowed me to interact with Beta away from their mistrustful eyes. It offered us a chance to be ourselves.
Until you cut off all contact.
Yes. Though it pained me. I was worried that our meetings would do her more harm than good.
She felt like you tossed her aside.
I was afraid the others would find out and punish her. She may not have had the comforts of friendship anymore, but at least I ensured she was safe. I know it seems harsh, but you must believe that her well-being has always been paramount to me.
Why did you make the data channel look like your house?
I built that house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place, not just for me, but for the art stored in its depths. Cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly, some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
You said before that you're not like the other Zeniths. That you never were. But you went along with all of their plans.
Out of necessity. I'm not proud of it. But complicity became a means of survival, both when Earth was consumed and when the colony on Sirius was destroyed. I did what I had to. But I resolved to remain one step ahead of the others, to try to undo what damage I could. Hence the data channel with Beta. The secret passage into their base and the little trick I pulled to save you.
Why do you think Elizabeth pulled away?
I've wondered that for 1,000 years. She was brilliant, visionary. She cared so deeply for the world, for the betterment of humanity. But it also felt like she kept everyone at arm's length, including me. She never wanted to share her burdens. I think, in the end, she had a core that she never let anyone be part of. Sometimes I wonder if anyone really knew her.
I found a recording of you and Elizabeth back in the proving lab after Farzineth's attempt to steal Gaia.
Yes. A most unpleasant conversation.
She said something after the call. I think she regretted how things ended between you.
Did she? All this time, thank you for telling me. I've always hated that those were the last words we ever said to each other. And that her last impression of me was as a functionary of Farzineth, not who I truly am.
What else can we expect to find in the Zenith base?
As I mentioned in the briefing, our goal will be the command center. That's where Beta and Gaia are being held. There are also printing facilities where the others have been amassing the natural resources they've stripped from the region.
What for?
First for use in the base's infrastructure, and then to fabricate more Spectre drones, a small army of them.
When I was out in the wilds, I saw a shuttle take off from the island, heading for space.
It was likely ferrying materials to and from our ship in orbit.
道中的太
After
空
hundreds
船
of。years luxuriating in our digital comforts, the ship was barely space-worthy when we made our escape. Disaster can strike at any moment. We've learned our
对
lesson.
太空船真够了。
Have you figured out how Silence's weapon works?
No, and he's been very careful not to allow me near it. I'll admit it bothers me, but regardless of how it functions, I am confident it will deactivate the other shields en masse.
How many of them are in the base?
10, including Eric and Gerard.
10个人，
Only a handful of us made it to our ship when our colony collapsed.
10个人嘛，就真。艾瑞克，
So, Eric. Was he always a bloodthirsty psychopath?
I believe he got worse over time. On Earth, he was the founder of a profitable private
私
military
人
company.
军事公司，
A band of cutthroats, in other words.
佣兵团。
Even as governments abandoned human combatants in favor of automated warfare. He found success with clientele that required a more personal touch. There were also rumors that he personally hunted and killed his targets. On occasion, all for the thrill of it. But on Sirius, he retreated to virtual reality simulations. In them, he could go on rampages as violent as he pleased, though I suspect with diminishing satisfaction.
All of his tribe believes he was one of the greatest people from the old world.
Then they would be quite disappointed to meet him, though I'm sure he'd bask in the adoration.
杰拉德，
What can you tell me about Gerard?
He was the head of the world's largest financial conglomerate,
最大金融
and
集
as
团的老
such
板，
had dealings with almost every major corporation. It made him one of the wealthiest people on Earth, and
首富
certainly the wealthiest among
天龙人
Farzineth.
What does one person do with that much money?
Buy more
钱呢
power,
我
more
钱钱也开了，
Gerard's always believed himself to be a refined patrician, able to maintain control with a polished smile. But beneath that exterior is a cold and calculating operator. It was his decision to restrict Beta's upbringing to her digital
阿波罗
educators,
资料库，
the avatars of the Apollo database, while we were painted as her benefactors.
资
Well, we'll
助
deal
人，
with him soon enough. And the others.
I would very much like to see his face when he realizes we've beaten him.
史丹利
When
城，
I was in the ruins of Vegas, I found data on a man named Stanley Chen. I think he was a Zenith.
Stanley, ever the optimist. He was one of the good ones. When we established our colony, he built an exact replica of Las Vegas in virtual reality. Lights, shows, gambling, every detail perfectly
Gambling.
recreated. And while others cloistered themselves in their own fantasies, he flung his doors wide to everyone.
The way you're talking about him, I'm guessing he didn't make it back to Earth.
No, he perished when our
死
colony
在
was
殖民地
destroyed.
上。
He would have been thrilled to discover that part of his beloved city survived.
维巴纳
When Beta escaped and hid in an ancient research facility, I saw another one of the Zeniths. Verbena. Who was she?
A dull star amidst a sea of brighter constellations.
Huh?
Unlike most of Far Zenith's members who amass their wealth through shrewd business deals and technological achievements, Verbena inherited her billions.
哦，他继承的。
Her father had achieved great
原来是
success
直接
in
继
the
承的
luxury
富二代。
holotourism industry. At age 24, she became the world's most eligible bachelorette, branding herself a life designer. Someone who leverages their fame to influence the choice of others.
What? Like a cult?
In a way, yes.
Well, she must have done something right to have survived this long.
She was her own brand of ruthless. That much is true. But even rats can cling to a vessel
原
for
来
a
是
speed.
一个不好的其他人。
Okay, so I've had run-ins with a handful of Zeniths. What about the rest?
An array of the wealthiest people on Earth. Titans of their industries.
And let me guess. All selfish and ruthless to the core?
Most, but not all. There were a few with whom I got along. Annika Murjani, for
Hey,
instance, was
Annika.
always delightful. She founded the Holonet's most successful dance channel and was herself mesmerizing to watch. And I had fascinating discussions with Song Jiao.
哎，这个宋乔是不是也是有遇那个？
Our immortality treatments are due in part to her achievements. But then there were others like Devin Miller, the CEO
素食猎鹰
of a
公
fast
司
food printing corporation. His only real preoccupations were perfecting his golf swing and taking self-hollows. When I think about all of us, we really should have accomplished more. We had eternity.
OK，我听得懂。
Okay. I'll let you know when it's time.
I'll be here until then. And thank you, Aloy, for giving me this chance. My past has always been a struggle. More than once I've lost everything. But when I look to the future, I see Liz's dream fulfilled. A universe of new
讲来
possibilities.
讲家咧，
Maybe we can make it happen.
一点仔好啦，
We will.
嘛是叫你
I
唱
won't
物
let
件，
anything get in the way. I promise you that.
怕他搞事。我们这房子里面有3个搞事仔。
Elizabeth and Tilda had a history. The more I learn about her life, the more complicated it seems. I guess
Hold
she
on.
saw something good in Tilda. I don't know what exactly, but seems like it was enough.
那黑人他一个白
For a
人，
while, at least.
就搞事仔。
When it looks impossible, look deeper. And then fight like you can win. I will, Rost. Now and always.
心里话，
With Regala out of the way, Hikaru and Tanakh, they're safe. The future's up to them now. I do wish they'd drop all the honorary names they've given me. But if I've learned anything about them, that it's not a battle I am going to win. Focus. It's Varl's.
all of the focus。
I used to think no Nora would ever accept one. Varl did. Even when he was overwhelmed. He refused to let me push him away.
哦，越华尔真是好朋友。怎么还有？
I miss Varl. It still hurts to think about him. I don't know if the pain will ever really go away. When I find that bastard, Eric, I'm gonna make him pay.
纯这两个人来吧。但是搞事的欧人应该没有话可以说吧？我搞事的欧人讲有话通讲，伊讲伊的房间 哎，这里处理了，啊，但是上去，要让我推。哎，这里处理了吗？没事呢。这个也是出去的。哦，两边。给他塞进来。
We're finally doing this.
Never thought I'd be off on a mission to take down a bunch of immortals from the stars. I can hear the drinking songs already.
If that one's not working right, you can have one of my spare focuses, you know.
Yeah, little bugger's got some personality, that's all. You just saved my butt a couple of times now. It wouldn't feel right to leave it behind. You know, besides, it goes with my outfit.
Wouldn't want to spoil your look. Varro made the right call, you know, bringing you here.
Thanks. Yeah, Varl. You know, I never knew he had a sister. I found out a few days before you guys went to Gemini. I was, well, to be honest, I was terrified I'd screw up the mission somehow. So he sat me down for a drink. Just one, mind you. And we talked about family. Vala, Ursa, loss and revenge. How you helped us.
You know, we never did get that drink you promised back in the Embrace. And you never told me exactly how your sister escaped the Mad Sun King.
I guess we never got round to it. World ending and all. No time like the present, though. If you're up for it.
就可以出来了。
You think it's time for us to finally have that drink?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, of course.
Julie.
Oh.
你们可以救的前面讲，大哥为什么讲喝酒？
So, how did Ursa escape Mad Sun King Jiran's palace?
Well, first she had to survive the Sun Ring. See, during the war, the Karja threw a prisoner a day in there. And, you know, for what? To die as sacrifices, fighting machines in a pit. Thinking somehow that was gonna appease all the other deranged machines in the world? Ha! And when it was Ursa's turn, the Karja thought she'd go down if they threw a big machine at her.
Oh, but she didn't.
And she defeated all of them. Even got some of Jiran's kestrels for good measure. And the Mad Sun King was impressed, I guess. Thought it'd be funny to have her run around his palace as a servant. He enjoyed humiliating her that way.
I remember you telling me something about that. That's how she met Avad. He helped her escape.
Yeah, but what no Karja scroll will ever tell you is how the young prince snuck Ursa out of the palace. He knew their best chance was to get Ursa to blend in, so he got her everything she needed to disguise herself as a Karja noblewoman. Yeah, perfumes, veils, and all.
I get the feeling she wasn't too happy with that.
Oh man, Ursa would have rather fought her way out of that palace with her bare hands than put on all of that Karja eye paint. But Avad insisted it was the only way, so she agreed under one condition. Avad had to dress up as well.
She made Avad dress up like a noblewoman?
As perfumed and powdered as a babe. Ursa said he looked better like that than he ever did in a crown.
That would, definitely make for an interesting sight.
Oh, it worked like a charm, too. Not only did they make it out of the palace, they paid a traveling merchant to get Ursa to the border, and none were the wiser.
You were right. That was a story best told over a drink.
All good stories are.
Okay.
I guess I should get going.
I'll see you at the rendezvous point. With my hammer ready.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
是女生。
I hope everybody's ready for this. Fighting the Zeniths isn't going to be easy.
Aloy, nothing you do ever is. At least, now you don't have to do it alone.
Thanks. Everyone here, training, working together. If it weren't for Varl, none of it would have happened.
You know, there was this one night, right before Varl left with you to go to Gemini. He realized I was having trouble sleeping. I was nervous about the mission. To be honest, I think we both were. So, he asked me to join him in Gaia's dome. He brought up this hologram of Earth that you two found back in the Zenith launch facility. We sat there, just looking at it. I thought about how Plainsong was just a speck on that great sphere. How every corner of it must be teeming with life. And any fears I had about our mission were gone. I miss him terribly.
I know. You and Aaron seem to be on better terms now.
He may have terrible taste in music, but he did apologize for mocking my tribe. And that ale he keeps raving about isn't half bad. I still plan on beating that stubborn face of his to break our sparring stalemate.
Try not to hurt him too bad. I should go. I'll let you know when I'm ready to head to the base.
Before you do, there is one favor I would ask of you.
What is it?
You placed this focus in my care, and gave me the highest calling an Utaru has ever known. If I should fall in battle, I'd like you to be the one to bury my seed pouch. For the both of us.
So,
make sure you stay alive to do so.
Let's just try to all come back home. Okay?
卖死啦，要无学人啊！安尼是毋是啊？伊种看一咯，你这是出口吗？好像是。哦，对对对对。直接出来来当传送，前往会面点。会面点应该是这家。是这的啦。存档一下，哇！呼唤伙伴。OK。呼唤伙伴。
Okay, everyone. I'm at the rendezvous point. It's time to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Understood, Aloy. We're on our way.
On my way. 大家都来。为暗时古到到炸。
Aloy.
啊，到底来了。
Where are the others?
Not far behind.
Egghead here couldn't stand traveling with the pack.
蛋。
Are we all here?
臭蛋头。蛋头黑了。
Then let's begin.
Ooh.
A tunnel.
An ancient escape route from the ruins on the island. When I realized it ran all the way across the water, I thought it might prove useful to come and go undetected. So I concealed it from the others. Shall we?
Sorry。一开始啊，边偷偷望伊迄两机器。
Pungent way to get way
欢迎
inside the base.
Agreed.
啊，毋是一步坑，啊，带去被背倒。爬进来了。
There's the launch tower. That plane offers a little cover, so the only viable path is
全部
through
都是
there.
科技的。
There will be specters guarding it, and many more can be deployed from those hangars.
All right. Alva, Catalo, get to it.
Where are they going?
Somewhere important. Erend, you're with me. You guys, take the high ground in case we need covering fire.
Tactically sound, I suppose. What will she do?
There's a sensor node nearby. If I hack into it, I should be able to scramble the network and keep you undetected. But not for long.
Then we should proceed.
看你头是尖咩？这黑人尖头。
One more thing. Open up the channel to Beta. Audio only. Aloy, we're here, and we're coming for you. You know what to do, right? As long as you hold up your end. We will. See you soon. Be careful. Let's go.
That's again. Okay.
Get to the launch tower as quickly as possible. I'll do my best to conceal our intrusion.
哇，都机器坏掉。那先 Q 一下。哦，我 Q 一下。那素材呢？还有钱呢？查过500个够了。
Beware, Aloy. Spectres ahead.
哪里有鬼魅？哦。
Company, follow my lead.
That's what I do.
Too much.
Pass. 上。这什么东西？可以绕跑吗？有机会吗？ 感觉有机会跑掉。
It's here when you want it. Live long, kill your enemies. Anytime you're ready.
Gotta be ready.
一定要干掉吗？还是没有吧？只要杀死他们。哇，冰跟电都水，他们不怕，他们没有。就同一队。
I'll follow you in.
哇，干，可没搞。哎呦，干！动！ 靠腰。干什么还有？干你娘卡住啥小？
I think you're right.
Find anything?
Yeah.
侵略者。
I think there's a cave up there that might get us through that ridge.
Let's climb up to it.
他装迄只鬼魅，我唔惊我去，无去。有个本事，这机器，现在机器人拢会怕，怪物拢会怕死。有龙吗？ 别了，别了，我这。
What's in this backpack, metal bricks?
Aloy, Alva and I are closing in on the regulator.
Can you post it?
It's creepy in here.
Don't worry. I'll protect you.
I wish I had a glider. I guess I'll find another way across.
我们要帮你吹咯。哦，你用跳的，我用滑的。你猛。
I'm not really built for climbing.
There's a lot of dead machines on this island.
We killed a great many when we landed here. Their salvage may prove useful to you.
是你们杀的。
Another Spectre.
Sneak or fight, you choose. Hit it while it's frozen. Oh, I heard that crunch.
No!
他们有点小。
Better than any Oseram.
Any good loot?
A little.
楼里堆了。佢行過一個問號，等下我唔驚。之前咯。 好像有一个黑哦。宝典。 可以过去，生命属性不能吧？不能过去吧？
Tired yet?
Yep. Clear those weeds.
去除杂草。
With me.
Well, I'll just leave it here then. Here we go.
These specters are good sport.
We can take this one, Aloy. Keep moving.
That Stormbird carcass should get us over the gap.
I hate Stormbirds. But I guess, yeah, dead one's handy enough. Hey, you remember the good old days when our only worry was whether Meridian would be destroyed? You know, instead of a whole world.
Oh yeah.
可以。
Good times.
看你。轻轻松松。
More specters. I'll attack when you... Not fear, but it'll do. Shatter that machine. Oh, I heard that crunch from here. Aloy, for you. That's the weak spot.
Okay. 干我做。看你脸嘞。感觉在乱呢。啊，小。
Let's push on.
What do you get?
Just some parts.
进。 干嘛？西吗？怎么？反发射器。
Here, up this rock.
What the fuck?
We're gonna have to climb around this corner.
I'll try not to complain.
经论崩溃。
I can see the way forward. Keep moving.
Going as fast as we can. You all right?
Sort of.
排单的物件，真正会害恶人哦，虐待。又过去了，又来了。
How many specters do the Zeniths have?
More than we want to fight at once, that's for sure.
怎样才打300？差不多。
Looks like the others have things under control.
在哪里？
You shoot like a new tire, Aloy.
Take a shot.
看你还找一堆。还有鬼。
Aloy, Alva and I are in position.
Do it. Blow the regulator.
炸调
Alva
节
will
器。
ignite the charges.
哎呦，水哦，炸到了。
Alpha and Catalo did their job. Now it's Beta's turn.
Aloy? I think we're in trouble.
我看你老师了。
Whatever you plan to do to stop those specters, you better do it now.
I'm not doing anything. Beta will. She just needs a little time.
Time that we don't have.
Come on, Beta, come on, come on, come on.
What is that?
哦，来了，怪兽大军。
Our army.
I think you got their attention.
Very clever. You had Beta inject Hephaestus into the base's printer matrix.
Which is faster and more powerful than any cauldron.
And now we can crank out machines to its heart's content.
哇，哒哒哒哒哒哒，咻！哇，这出几只小强诶！
Come on. Let's get to the launch tower before this whole place becomes a war zone.
片哦片哦，你怕一点啊惊！
Your maneuver, as clever as it is, means that Hephaestus has escaped containment. It will no doubt flew back to the Cauldron network.
We grabbed it once, we'll get it again.
哦，拜托，
Or find a way to replicate its functionality, perhaps. The Apollo database.
哇，惊恐一看就这，不行，哇，赢掉了！
That big rock might give us a bridge to get up and
大
through.
石头当桥。
I guess not all the specters are fighting our machines.
Ah, that'd have made it nice and easy. Pick it up. Need it. Here we go.
要杀吗？不能绕过去吗？
Shatter that machine. You got it quick, bud. Come on. Are you still going? Plasma.
Pain subsiding.
Hit it with plasma.
我靠
Big jump. To the right, I think.
后面加吗？
And now to the left.
You can get to the launch tower through the hangar up ahead. I'm heading over to join you now. The hangar's in bad shape, but I can see the way in. Hurry, Aloy!
Another one?
By the blood of the Ten!
哦，你跳了，然后到上面。
It's frosted over.
Not here. It'll do.
哎呦，
Aloy!
Good work, everyone. Let's go.
射，大家都来了。 哪边？龙港。
Whoa. Look at all this Zenith space stuff.
Come on, let's go.
哇，雷加拉！
This way, demon! Ah! This is the death I was promised. Go!
哎，如果我们没有救雷加拉，谁会在那边死掉？
May Regala return peacefully to the cycle.
Please. She cared nothing for peace.
At least she died on her own terms. Now's your fault.
对啊，如果我没有救雷加，
It's been intense, but Catalo got me to a network node. I'm trying to get in.
Keep at it. We're almost to the tower.
太空垃圾。吸取你的太空船吧，太空船降到这里，然后当做基地。哦！来了，有钱真战士。
Ah, now we know who's been causing all the fuss. Tilda's little pet.
一群天龙人，洛克人。
Silence. Zenith inbound. Can we drop their shields, please?
I'm powering it up. Stay still.
是可不会启动。
This is pointless. You can't hurt us. Face it, you're worms that ooze through the cracks into our basement.
Silence.
One moment more.
But I might just spare you if you give up Tilda. I think it's safe to say she's forfeited her share of our operation. Permanently.
There.
No? Nothing. Fine. All right, people. Light them up!
走，龙洛克人。
Are we supposed to be scared?
哇，大蝙蝠！惊恐翼。
Escape. It won't take long before he preps the shuttle for launch. Then he'll be able to take Beta and Gaia into orbit and onto the Odyssey beyond our reach.
We gotta go through there?
I failed to see another option.
Then we'll carve a path. Ready?
Get. 哇，超级锤！看你脸好小，你讲堵截的 I 叫啥小？看你妈等级999。完了，他要发射火箭了！给！
I gotta get to the top of the tower and free Beta.
这学。克塔罗，你的右手，你的左手。快点使用你的左手。
Just do the best you can.
看看这个一页。哦。 多少？什么？没有东西啊？这没物件。
Okay, an elevator.
电梯。哎呦！我跟你讲，你无防护罩，你免无什么好惊啊！好呀，老欢了。想我成功，我拍袂啦，这无咧运动的好呀啦。凊彩两支剑嘛，相比袂起。
I don't need a shield to take you out.
Trust me, you're gonna wish you had one.
It's not the same. It's feeling. Hurt.
等下，先换装。换技能，看起来不是这个，我要换成那个陷阱之类。然后到哇。 尽量范围外。哦，诶，伊也是抗性，强力攻击+2，增加伤害。 抢击量，好的。一对属性这样的效果。哎呦，属性有效。
You down.
Are you there? I'm on my way to help. Just need to find my way in there.
哎呦，看你。
Oh!
没有兵。
Not much about your shield, are you? Okay.
哦，干你娘！同事。
Whoa! Can't let him catch me.
哎呦哎呦，好痛！但他会减掉属性力。 他打到会定身的，他属性会很快。哎，你啊！哎，我怎么受伤了？
He's almost down.
Không chứ, thật đến gì? Cầm lên cú. Cả lính nhảy xì rồi.
I almost forgot what it was like to hurt.
Now we're having fun, right?
You okay? I will be. In time.
干，爱一轮素材。
Rescue your sister. I'll regroup with the others and make sure they're all right.
快坐电梯喽！
Looks like the machine's inspectors have almost wiped each other out. What was that?
Aloy, Gerard just activated the self-destruct failsafe on the printing matrix. He's taking control of a number of systems.
Including the lift?
I'm afraid so. He's restricted its access to the top. You'll have to climb from there. I have to go. I almost have him.
哎，不对，但太急了，我看到要蓝色。
What about the Zeniths?
Dead, I think. Izo told me you got Eric. Good work.
Yeah. Thanks. I guess only Tilda and Gerard are left then.
Aloy, you there? Listen, I got into the network, but only for a minute before I was shut out. I found a bunch of flight plans and trajectories, as if the Zeniths were planning to leave Earth.
Doesn't make any sense.
I know, but there's more. The files I found have a lot of references to something called Nemesis. Whatever it is, the Zeniths are afraid of it.
Alva? Alva!
Oh,怪哦。
What's going on here? Maybe Beta can help me figure it out.
内莫西斯。
If she's okay.
事有蹊跷。 这 些人要离开地球，不可能啊！引起被改造地球了，所以他们不可能要离开地球啊。不会，这一切都只是谎言。可以改变地球，其实女生皮太好，那你到底来送？撞到了，我造点太空船，靠腰哦，飞机。结果不在这里，哎呦！
Are you okay? Look, I know you've been through a lot, but you have to help me access the Zenith network. I need to see their files, anything referring to the word Nemesis. Okay. Over there.
The
systems are down all over the base. I should be able to take advantage of... Yes, Nemesis. Here. There's something in deep space. It's following the Zeniths to Earth. Look. Escape vectors. Alva tried to warn me about this. The Zeniths aren't planning to stay here. It's a machine of some kind. Or a swarm of them. The energy readings are astronomical. Aloy, I don't think a natural disaster destroyed the Zenith colony on Sirius. This thing did. Earth isn't a new home for them. It's a way station. They're on the run.
哇！你怎么突然爆破？光头，你俩突然有很爆破，三小。
I see you've been busy.
And you've been lying. Nemesis, what is it?
It is us. The minds of Far Zenith. Or failed copies of them, anyway. Back on Sirius, some of my peers weren't satisfied with physical immortality. They wanted digital transcendence. A way to upload their minds into any form, organic or mechanical. Nemesis was a failed experiment to that effect. Abandoned, but never erased. An immense database of our memories, emotions, and prejudices left to fester.
And it destroyed your colony?
We didn't realize it had gained sentience until it broke containment. It had everything it needed from our memories. Security protocols, system specs, override codes. It hacked everything before we knew what hit us. Then it took over our printing facilities, allowing it to gain any machine form it needed to wipe us out.
But why?
Imagine being trapped alone for decades with only the twisted echoes of megalomaniacs for company. It hates us for abandoning it to that prison. And now that it's free, it will do anything to destroy us. Including denying us a safe harbor on Earth.
The extinction signal that woke Hades. You didn't send it. Nemesis did.
Finally, you understand. And when that failed, it launched from Sirius to finish the job itself. Which is why we must flee to a random planet circling a random star somewhere it can never find us.
With Gaia, so you can build yourself a new world.
That's the plan. Even now. Earth is finished, Aloy. Nemesis will scour it of life to deny its creators a viable home. But Elizabeth's dream won't die. You'll come with me to the stars. And with Gaia, we'll create a new world. Together. Where that monstrosity could never find us.
没有试着打败他吗？
No.
I loved Elizabeth. More than you could ever know. And I let her stay behind to die with the rest of humanity. A mistake I have regretted for 1,000 years. Now she stands before me again. Not some inferior copy, but her best possible self. So I'm not asking. You're coming with me. It may seem harsh now, but you'll forgive me.
情绪勒索。
You can't force me, Tilda. Your shield is gone.
I have something better. Spectre Prime, to me.
Spectre Prime.
Take cover! Get to the door!
看，里面有机器人，是不会把它拿去打败那个，是不是啊？看你有没有逼？
I can endure. You cannot.
好，我去扫描，等一下，我用球。专注装，我的专注装。
Nothing first. I gotta get through all that armor before I do some damage.
Designed to survive against more than that.
That thing's fast.
Ah, 对，我要使用地雷，丢。
I can target its gold plating.
Take us up!
There.
Go.
I knew you'd really want to hurt me.
攻击出去。
Elemental ammo's making a dent in those gold plates.
Death brings only darkness. I can take you to the stars.
You 你要注意你的小鸡鸡。 各素材，各素材。
Why couldn't you just let me shoot?
碰一堆，碰一下。人这么厉害，却没有人去阻止这个怪物。
She tried to take you. And she told you about Nemesis.
So you've known all along.
From Hades, yes. Along with data on how to circumvent the Zenith shields. Everything I did to create the rebel army was based on that knowledge. To reach this place, this moment.
And you couldn't just tell me?
Come now, Eloy. You're the last person to act sensibly in the face of impossible odds. When I learned of Nemesis from Hades, I saw the pieces on the board and how to play them. And in that same moment, I knew it was a game you would never play. That you would interfere and attempt to save the Tenakth. I was correct, to a point. You ruined my plans, but brought your own to fruition. The end result is the same. We're here. And now it's time for me to leave this doomed planet behind. To seize the Odyssey and the Apollo database and begin a new chapter in my pursuit of knowledge, one with infinite possibilities. You can join me if you so desire. You've already earned your place. Unlike Tilda, I'm extending a polite invitation.
You're going to just take off? And abandon everything? Stay. Help me fight that thing.
Perhaps Tilda didn't adequately define the threat. Nemesis can't be stopped. It destroyed a highly advanced Zenith colony in a matter of hours. What hope does this primitive tribal Earth have? If you brought Gaia, you wouldn't be abandoning life. You'd be saving a seed for a new world. Just as Elizabeth did. It's the choice she made. The sacrifice of all that is for the hope of what might be. If she were here in your place, she would board that shuttle, Eloy.
Found her.
Is she hurt?
Still on her feet.
Thank the Ten.
Goodbye, Silence.
贼烈火箭啊，照，臭黑了。
She looks okay.
She looks victorious.
As always.
Eloy. You did it.
资料库我有 OK， 我们也缺阿波罗跟缺那个。
Hey, where's he going?
As far away as anyone can go.
Oh. Are you sure?
看你两个是欧人都就靠北了。
You're staying.
For a time. You people are going to need all of the help you can get.
我后边一定偷下你一脚。唱秋的。
Does anyone else need a drink?
Not if it's that ale of yours.
I'd be fine with a nap.
Excellent idea.
I hope it's really over this time.
没有说。
There's another battle ahead, Elizabeth. Very different than the one you fought. It's not about the distant hope of creating a new world. It's about preserving the one we have.
不差了没在太空上。
My friends have a new mission. To spread the word and ask for help. They've taken it in stride. I think it's because they've always known what I've only just started to understand. That the people of this world have the strength to fight any battle. The ingenuity to solve any problem.
真的吗？他们不是只会按放鞭炮的那个特效。爱奇艺种
Courage
两种组
to overcome any obstacle. And the resilience to rise after any setback. As for me, I can't say I'm not afraid. What lies ahead will be harder than anything we've faced before. But I know I can put the fear aside. Because for the first time in my life, I feel like I'm not alone.
这样什么哭音吧？不是吧？诶，这他们从那边来。 有位东方哥的来呢，这是缆车啊，这个地方是缆车啊。哎，这卡加位东方哥的来啊，还是只是把地图再寻一次而已。跳过。 代志无解决，发现灭墨西斯，完成白金奖杯，新游戏起点将在自沿海岸延续，很快就会收到后续指示，开始旅程。
A certain complication has come to my attention that we must discuss. I'll be waiting at Tilda's. It's proven to be a useful headquarters for my inquiries into the Zenith base. And don't worry, I haven't disturbed her precious art.
Fine. I'll be there when I can.
之后就是第一游戏的前往自沿海岸。
What are you up to?
I'm getting a head start on looking for ways to temporarily stabilize the biosphere. We may not have Hephaestus, but I'm sure we can come up with something.
那你升高价， 先来存档，之后开来升 DLC。比较，对，要皮。 存档。变亮主线之后呢，升DLC。
The snow brought the chill.